Well, the good news is I'm not bored anymore. We left off, I think, around here. I'm at war with Yukim. Chalamba and I are sitting between us on about 90 stars, give or take. Um, we know that Draco and Yuk and Defialtes have 12 between them, so we know that the other team, which is totally here, sorry, which is OO, Eduardo Benes, and Yukim, can't be much ahead of us. 10 stars ahead of us, tops. Yukim's been at war with me for a couple of days, and nothing's really happened. We're just kind of staring at each other, building up tokens, building up ships. And the big picture here is I'm happy to stall here because as long as we wrap up Epiphialtes faster and maybe Draco faster than they I can lose ground here, I consider this to be a winning strategy. Right? Once this is wrapped up, everything is kind of pointed south. Um, Around here, I'm now pretty convinced that actually the map is not what I thought before. I thought that OO was either here or here. What I've actually realized is that they're kind of this long tail going downwards. So the whole galaxy is very like this shaped, right? It's probably nothing up here, which Ephialtes has said he hasn't seen anything, although the scanning is very low. Ephialtes kind of does some weird stuff, sacks a few things, and then this happens. Let's go back. This star, okay, his weapons isn't the highest, but it's got Destroyer, it's got Sab, and the Cult doesn't do anything, right? And boom. This punches through. Infiltrator and Colonel, 2,000 ships left over. That must have cost him a good 3,000 ships. Excellent. And now the party's getting started. So Edward Benes has appeared. He has a discovered later as their weapons researcher, and he's a couple points ahead of me, so he's probably their largest player, I'm guessing, from what I've seen. And let's advance a little bit, right? Around this time, I'm saying, yeah, I said I wish I had more scan. There could be something down here I'm worried about. Let's get it. Take a short detour. It takes like three cycles to get, or something like that. So 3 ticks to get because it's low. Um, well, just low level. And look, okay, we've got OO joined the party. And this isn't great. I've got Wormhole with Nebula here. I've got a couple of thousand ships here. At these nebulae, but I know what's in them. I know that there's about 3k ships here, give or take. Maybe not right now, but between them, I think they have about 3,000 ships. And Scrambler. So I'm very much flying blind. No combat still yet, but I'm a bit nervous. We are wrapping up in the north. Ephialtes, we've told him if you want to hang out on this star, you can. He's agreed, so he's kind of somewhat ceding to us, although not perfectly. Definitely have a few clashes still, right? And all right, we got back now. So bigger picture. My first sign that something's up. A war hero appears. This is it's not Neptune's Pride. I'm not in Kansas anymore. Now the fun thing about this is just how long I've got to prepare. Yeah, it's a day, right? And obviously this isn't it. Like, this isn't everything coming through. I know that. Very obvious. 608. He's not going to just attack that with one war hero. I've got 1200 there already. But, everything's on the scrambler. This is an obvious thing coming in. And of course, everything is nice and predictable. So I know exactly when things are going to launch, right? This will launch in 3 ticks. Anything coming from here, right? I know exactly what's going to launch. And I can see what's coming in. But I already know that I'm going to get roughly 600 and at least kind of 1,000 coming from here, maybe a bit more, right? So that's already more than I've got, plus an unknown quantity of ships in here. So, big picture zooming out. I've got a lot of ships. I'm also very spread out. And then there's also, as I said, I think there's 3,000 ships hiding in this nebula. Plus 600 here, right? Plus 1,000 here, plus 2,000 here, plus 3,000 here, right? At this stage, you're only just about to start being able to see what's coming in from the north, right? So right now he can't. Right now, all these people can see is me, really, and a few ships here. So and I'm able to cover everything right now, but not also cover this. So over to my friend. Well, basically, I spent a lot of time working things out, and as it turns out, and we're not in Kansas anymore, so I had to make a new spreadsheet, right? Because there's all these considerations now about, okay, like defenders and this and that. Oh, this is actually this one, Battle of Top, not the only, right? Yeah. Um, and so I'm thinking to myself, okay, well, how do I do this? Hopefully now clearer, right? This will give you some sense for what happens next, right? Basically, I'm trying to work out what do I need to build. Okay, saboteurs are given. Think about orbital cannon, and then is it going to be a colonel, a general, or a destroyer? The big question is, of course, I've got no idea what's in the scrambler, so I've got to make some guesses around that. If we see, advance it a little bit, then things get more interesting, and then this is the ticker planche, right? Spoils the surprise, right? I'm pretty sure these are going to come next. So from this point, I can see, look, I've got 1,300 plus 2,600. Yeah, 30. So this is already 3.4K. Bearing in mind, right? That's 3.4K is already one third of my fleet, over one third of my fleet, quarter of it, third of it. I get any maths, quarter. I was right the first time. And then a scrambler with an unknown amount. And there's not a lot in sight from him right now. So I'm like, well, is this 1K? Is this one ship? Is this 5,000? This was stressful, right? Just not knowing that. I didn't like that. I mean, I like it in strategic context, but it was unpleasant. And then, of course, he's now taking pot shots at my other stars, which is exactly what I'm worried about. Things kind of coming across. So fortunately, I've got good allies and good maths. So I basically worked out, like, where the hell do I get all these ships from? Right, this basically works out like that's his effective level with my saboteur. I've got an upgraded version of this now, but this was my primitive one. Like, here are my assumptions about what I can see, right? How do I hit that target? And I decided as well that I do not like this war hero, and I'm going to attack it. Now I shouldn't have used a pirate. I did. My original plan was to kill both the war hero and the infiltrator. And then Dane pointed out that actually I get better ratios on the infiltrator things on ITART than with the pirate. So actually, I just want to kill the war hero, knock out 6, right? Which was 100% correct. Unfortunately, I already bought the pirate at that point. I needed to buy the pirate to kill both because I only had 1,400 ships, which is exactly, as you see here, what I needed to kill both of them. By coincidence, but pirate already bought, so I'll get be a ball, right? Kill the war hero and scramble everything. Honestly, I only managed this because I got a nice gift of 2,200 ships, right? That lets me scramble more. And then, of course, as I'm putting stars away, as he absolutely should from these 3,000 hidden here, he starts going to things, which, to be fair, I had planned for. And here we go, all the way culminating to everything landing on this one tick. Boom. Full success. Turns out that the Scrambler had about 2,700 in, judging by the battle report. How many ships I lost? Give or take 15 or so. So I overcommitted in terms of I could definitely have gotten away with, for instance, using even a kernel instead of the destroyer. Um, but I kind of figured, the challenge is that these are now stuck, right? These can only get here. I need one more range to be able to do here. I don't want to gate this. This is too risky. I can't handle that. I can't defend it if that's got a gated path. So we're getting one more range so I can untrap them. But I kind of figured that um, this battle is probably the most significant of the game, certainly so far, and probably for the rest of the game. And I'd rather overcommit. Um, he is now trying to whittle me down, and I'm having to scramble a little bit to cover these. I can, and again, my buddy Dane is coming to my rescue by supporting me in the defense here, which allows me to free up ships. These will all die, even accounting for him getting a weapons drop and the weapons lead. They will all die. So currently, my my running total of the war count, I am uh, I've spent more tokens, unsurprisingly, but I've also lost fewer. The three I've lost here was actually only me switching the scrambler to an orbital cannon. I haven't actually lost anything yet. With these, what we got here, 612. This will mostly balance out the tokens spent, so that's lost. I'm 1,600 ships up. Considering our weapons disadvantage of 2, that's actually pretty good. And all told, this war is going well. Now, a lot of ships here. Wormholes. I hate this. This is disgusting. You should be shot just for this, frankly. What the hell? Do something with those bloody carriers. Just don't leave them there. I kind of want to send something at it just above weapons level just to try and kill the carriers, just because they're annoying me. But he'll move them. So, but still. Dane's got a good. He's got his Col Sab combo here, the killer combo for attacking. I think he's got about 4,000 in there, which isn't bad at all, right? Maybe 5. He's got a great pool here at Andan coming down that can support through Orthisk, and that allows me to move stuff down, which is why we're kind of doing this pattern here. These aren't gifted; these are just kind of hosted there. You've got 500 there to cover if necessary. So all my let's refresh and then right. All these battles are covered, and he has drained most of the 3,000 that were here. Yes, there's still some ships threatening me. No denying that. I think within a day I am going to be going on the offensive because I'm pretty sure my reinforcements are way faster than his. Certainly mine plus Stain's are way faster than his. We kind of want to focus on Yukim now and not quite ignore Eduardo Benes, but just kind of contain him. We've been burnt with attacking wormholes. Don't really want to go for that again until I can be sure we've kind of got a good path to it. Ignoring it isn't the most comfortable thing in the world, but Dane's got a lot of resources coming down here. I've got a decent amount coming down here, and of course, if we're putting pressure on Yukim, he's not going to let his ally crumble, so he can't send everything north, especially if we're going to be coming up behind him shortly after. So, all told, so far, remember, big picture strategy was finish off F before they can faster than they can take me here. Succeeded. I've got 90 stars here visible. But Dane's actually on 54 stars, so that gives us 97 stars, very nearly half the galaxy. Draco and F have 2 stars each, or 1 star apiece, right? So they're probably sitting currently at 101. They'll get this, but it's a dead star. Who cares? So they'll be sitting at 102 to our 97. I like those odds. Dane thinks they might have world builders because they were at peace for a while. Possible. Which would balance the equation a little bit. And I'm struggling to keep up with the weapons level. They're definitely ahead of us on tech. Pretty much all tech. Right, look at that. Jeez. So that's been a bit of a struggle. We're going to try and pull ahead again on Terror again. We've been picking up some random stuff, but all in all, like, look, I've got gated routes right to here to these scrambled gates right in the front line. There's nothing here, right? This gate here, is he traveling at warp speed? No. Uh, so this gate here was actually a Draco thing. There was a gate here that he destroyed for safety. So I mean, I know his capital's here, but still, I'm pretty confident that my logistics are better than his. To be fair, my logistics are better than most people's. And I've upgraded the gates for a lot of things just to speed it up because I needed a bit of a glut. So all in all, I'm feeling pretty good about this, having weathered that, crushed more ships than I lost by quite a chunk. Um, I have shrunk the weapons lead a little bit, but not really. I think it's hard to say what that will end up like. All told, I think we are in a good spot. Certainly, it's going to be a nice epic showdown. They are fighting, we are fighting. It's basically half the galaxy versus half the galaxy in a 2v3. I think in that balance, I would rather be the two than the three because the coordination is easier. You can get that runaway science effect easier and just focus on the important techs. Although I guess you do have three important techs, so it's hard to say. But yes, definitely not bored anymore, which is good. Uh, the, the, um, the funny thing about this as well is that I was busy the entire day. This was done entirely on my phone um, in between things. So thankfully, I had a long time to plan because otherwise I would have been screwed. Anyway, more updates soon. Hopefully, next time I'll be attacking.